our previous video, we talked about your company's suitability for neurodiversifying, and we talked about the economic impact if you were to do so. Now let's talk about the impact of neurodiversity on your corporate culture and your current employees, because that's where a lot of resistance is met. And that resistance is based on a few factors. Factor one is, will they socially fit in? Well, they may or may not go for coffee with you, but they certainly can carry on a conversation. And what is more important is that they will be productive. They will impact your bottom line in a positive way, and they will contribute to your team. Another factor is, will your current employees know how to interact with someone on the spectrum? Well, that's really easy to mitigate. You train them. And it's just a 1-hour Autism in the Workplace 101 that gives them the fundamentals of what autism is, what to expect, and it goes a long way. You also provide ongoing autistic-specific support to your employees, and you'll be surprised at how infrequently that support is needed. It's really very surprising. The third is, does the person on the spectrum, can they really do the job? Well, yes, just like somebody who isn't on the spectrum can. It's not their autism that's going to get in the way of whether or not they can do the job. The fourth factor is cost. Well, what has been found is that the small investment up front to make your company ready for neurodiversification is far outweighed by the benefits you realize by their contribution to the bottom line and their productivity. So now let's look at the positive outcomes. So one of the positive outcomes is that corporations who diversify have a stronger bottom line. Plus, they are more resilient in the marketplace, because what they've done is they've learned how to be flexible internally with their diversified employees, and they then take that flexibility and move it out into the marketplace. So they become much more resilient. Another is that you will have a more honest work environment. So for example, neurotypicals are socially conditioned to say yes, even when the response really should be no. And what happens is that people on the spectrum, they will be honest. And when the ramifications of being honest are accepted, because the company's looking to grow and not make mistakes, etc., then everyone starts feeling more comfortable in speaking their truth. Another positive outcome is that ambiguity will be reduced, clarifications around roles and responsibilities will be really streamlined, and productivity for everybody will improve. And then another outcome, which is pretty interesting, is that those people who are currently employed by you, who are on the spectrum, as they see the company being more neurodiversity friendly, they will feel comfortable coming forward and self-disclosing. And when you think about it, what you've really done is build a corporate culture of trust, which is really significant. So in conclusion, the positive outcomes of neurodiversity far outweigh any of the concerns, because those concerns can be addressed and they can be eliminated.